Hello there, survivors. Welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today, I'm checking out the new build pieces added to the Klinger's additional rustic structures, which is one of the best building mods out there with a lot of cool looking pieces. And they've just added a bunch of new ones, including some curved roofs, as well as a new fur structure type, which is best suited for the snowy, colder areas. And yeah, I think it is a really great addition, especially like all the new details that you can add that have no snapping, so you can really place them wherever you want and you can really detail your builds very, very nicely. So here we go. I've got two little buildings here, similar but quite different as well, and they are like a little bit of Viking inspired maybe, or what I actually did is look at the Edoras buildings in the Lord of the Rings. And yeah, I think they came out very, very nice. So these are the new fur structure types in the rustic Klinger pack. And they look really, really nice. So the fur roof looks like just a more better looking thatch in general. And then we got the walls as well. I flipped some of them over so that you see what is normally on the inside, because I kind of like breaking up the patterns, and now it kind of looks like maybe they're not quite done patting the outside with the extra fur to insulate the building. Yeah, I thought it was a nice change. And then at the bottom it's the stone variants from Klingers as well, which look really, really nice. And then I've added some decoration, vanilla, and a little bit of the Western deco mod from Aaron Longstaff combined in there as well. Got a little work area out here with a bunch of decoration. I think this is the forge from Atlas. I don't know from what mod that is. It might be the RR home deco mod that adds that in. This is also the Atlas workbench. So yeah, we got a little bit of detail, but mostly I'm just really happy with these new Klinger structures. So the little details I was talking about, this little arch that is right here between those pillars is a new piece that you can place without having any snapping on. So you can place them yourself, so you can use them as the way they're probably mostly intended, to support other parts of your structure, which looks quite nice indeed. However, you can also use them to add details in other ways, because as you can see, they don't have any fixed snapping points, so you can place them wherever you like. And in this case, I use them to create like a little nice shape here on the end of the roof for details, and I really like the way that turned out. Yeah, it's just a really nice addition. And if you look at the sides of the building, you just see a lot of nice little details everywhere. The same here for underneath these little porch areas. You can see the proper support that way, and it's just a really nice addition because it's a lot smaller than some of the pieces that we had before. So yeah, it's more subtle to add these than yeah, the bigger curved sloped walls, I guess, that we had already. And then yeah, we have a little area here outside to work, which looks quite nice. I think able to detail it quite nicely with yeah, a bunch of different things. And then yeah, just created a little work area down here. And then of course we've got the main build. So this is the first building that I made, and then this one I've just finished right before starting to record this one. So we go inside, and one of the best things about these Klinger structures is that a lot of these you can easily switch the weather effects off, so that you can have a normal floor inside with no snow like it should be, and have only the snow on the outside. Now it doesn't work for all pieces yet, but at least for your floors it should work. I think the ceilings from this stone don't work. I found that out recently. But yeah, that's a really good addition. It's really nice to have something that actually works like it should, even though they had to add in this menu. I'm just glad that someone was able to somehow fix the weird effects that we have going on. So yeah, I didn't do too much decoration yet on the interior. But yeah, we got a nicely decently sized house, and you can see what the textures look like on the inside. Of course, because I did a little bit of flipping of the walls, I do have the fur that is white, but it could just be white fur. You know, it doesn't have to be snow that made it white. It just could be white fur And I still do like the pattern, really. I do also like the inside of the roof because you see a lot of supports. You see the netting as well. Like, it just adds a bunch of really nice details. Of course, we got the second floor as well, which is not that big because I wanted to keep the middle open for this build. But yeah, I do really like the look of these new structures. They are definitely one of the, if not the best looking building mod out there. The quality of these assets is just very high indeed. And yeah, now quite happy that there's a new cozy little build variant. Of course, you can build these anywhere, but they especially look very nice in the snow. And I think they actually are also designed to use for the snow. I think it adds like some kind of insulation for your house so that you're not cold anymore inside. I believe, I'm not quite sure, but I think that is the case. And then here we got the second variant of the home, which is a little bit closer to the Edoras buildings, I guess, that you see in the town or in the city there. And yeah, we got a similar style, but a little bit different. We got this front extension to the build, which is quite nice. Creates this little area where you can sit and enjoy the view of the town. Again, we got all these little detail pieces that just really add a lot here, support wise, but also just detail wise in general. Just really transforms the build quite a lot. And again, I use these walls and flip them around just to create a little bit extra texture for this build. And then we got the nice little roof as well, some decoration here and there. Again, that's mostly from the Western Deco mod from Aaron Longstaff, because they have some amazing pieces in there. And yeah, then the back is fairly simple again. I do really like the way that you can now add these pieces to the end of the roof just to create the details. And then we got these row pillars here on top of the roof as well. Please don't destroy my buildings, Mr. Alpha Rex. Yeah, it just looks really nice in my opinion. And actually with this added front porch, yeah, that adds a lot to the build actually. That does make for a much more interesting design. And then once again, these little extra pieces for the curves then really add a lot to make it look more supported and just have more details in general. And then we can go inside again. Floors are emptied. But this was where I ran into a problem, because here I couldn't use a foundation. And then I found out that the ceiling, you can't get the snow off of that. So I used one normal fur ceiling here because those have the option. Yeah, just something I found out during the building. But again, I haven't done really any decoration here. And we do have a bigger upstairs here. So this is when you do not leave the middle open. You actually have a fairly sized interior here, which you can definitely easily use as a nice little starter home, even maybe a little bit longer depending on if you're building more in this town. But yeah, definitely enjoyed playing around with these new materials and building in this slightly newer style, the Edoras or Viking style. I'm actually thinking that I might extend this place and slowly but surely build it into well, maybe something inspired by Edoras. Maybe build the Hall of Kings as well, you know. Let me know if that's something you would be interested in seeing, you know, slowly building this out into a bigger town and adding more buildings, designing a stables and everything. And I will probably mostly be using Klingers for that. But some of these lessons, of course, can also be taken to normal ARK, because at least these building pieces, they are all replaceable by normal ARK pieces, would just look a little bit less nice, of course. And if you want to see a specific build tutorial maybe for this house that I've designed, let me know as well. I mean, I haven't done a Klinger build tutorial before, but one of these has to be the first time I do one, right? So yeah, right now only do these two huts, but I might work on this a little bit more. Of course, we've got Aberration coming out if it's not delayed and delayed again. But it would be fun to have maybe sometimes a little bit of change of scenery and work on this area a little bit more here on Svartalfheim. So yeah, let me know what you think. And if you do play on my community cluster, you can actually visit this place on Svartalfheim yourself if you want to check out these builds in a little bit more details. Just make sure that you don't let them destroy my buildings, please. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.